Dear Cristiano, today you turn 40 years old, and I ask myself, where did the time go? I was there from the beginning, before the first Champions League goal, before the first Ballon d'Or, before you became Europe's conqueror, and in the end arguably the world's greatest ever footballer. Some of you might have seen the video of me meeting Speed and explaining my story. The reality is that it all started way before that, even before my lifetime. Because my parents came from Iran, from a world very different from mine, and my grandmother, who had lost so much, would give me a gift that would forever change the entire course of my life. I was 8 years old, and my entire family had gathered to watch Iran play against Portugal in the 2006 World Cup. And I knew nothing about football. Then my grandmother handed me a present. I unwrapped it, and it was a Portugal shirt. This one to be specific. And on the back it said number 17, C. Ronaldo. Till this day I really don't know why or how she bought me this shirt. And I will never know until I meet her again. But I put the shirt on, even though it was against my own country. And then Portugal won a penalty. A 21-year-old C. Ronaldo stepped up and scored his first ever World Cup goal. He fell down to his knees and screamed of joy. And I just remember looking down at my shirt, then looking back at the TV. And from there on, life would never be the same. Because when Ronaldo scored, a hero was born. I would wear this shirt to school every single day. Even when I got bullied because of it, I refused to take it off. And then my father would buy me this shirt. And as I've said before, he had just survived a very serious illness.
My father gave that to me when I was 8 years old.
Really?
And he had cancer, yeah. I've had those since 2006.
What?
So my father felt that life had given him another chance. So naturally, he wanted to create as many memories as possible with me. So we would travel. We went to games. We went to Portugal. And we even saw Cristiano play live. My father bought me books, DVDs, anything that had to do with football, which would come to shape my passion for the beautiful game, but also who I became as a man. And what's crazy is that it was all because of my love for Cristiano Ronaldo, because following you became more than just football. It became a way of life. Staying up night after night, watching you create magic on the pitch in your prime. The right foot, the left foot, heading, the penalties, the free kicks, the speed, the passing, and the incredible athleticism. And some people even dared to say you couldn't dribble. Those people weren't old enough to witness you between 2003 to 2008, or even between 2008 to 2014. Rarely has there ever been a footballer that has had so many different primes, always adapting, always evolving. Because what kind of a man starts out as a winger, then goes on to become the greatest ever goal scorer in the history of the greatest ever club within 9 years? What kind of a man rises for his country, a nation that had 0 trophies and just 1 medal before your debut? And today they have 2 major trophies and a total of 5 medals, all because of you. But Cristiano, you were more than just a footballer. You were a symbol of hope, the constant proof that nothing was impossible. From a small island in the Atlantic, raised in poverty, with an alcoholic father traumatized by war, a brother battling addiction, 2 sisters trying to hold the family together, all carried by only a mother's love, while you had a heart condition that could have ended it all before it even began. Yet you defied the odds and became eternal. But despite that, you became misunderstood. You never got the respect you truly deserved, because you had an entire corrupted establishment constantly working against you. They mocked you, insulted you, and even robbed you. But that's also why the people loved you. You became a symbol of resistance, a hero standing against an entire mob, fighting alone against all odds. Through accusations, through losing your father, through losing your child, the media never took considerations to the things you had to go through in this life. But the reality is that some stars shine so bright that they even make the world go blind. Because even if the system tried to bury you, the world still wants to be you. They all mirror your legacy, and that's what it truly means to be the people's champion, inspiring everyone to believe in themselves. Because if it wasn't for you, I would never do what I do. I never even graduated 9th grade, and many times I was lost and couldn't find my way. But today, I get to follow my dreams, traveling the world, doing spectacular things, meeting incredible people, and living this life with a purpose. And that's because of the passion I found for the beautiful game through you. It's not an exaggeration to say that it has quite literally saved me, and that's why you have been my hero. But even heroes are mortal, and soon the journey will come to an end, where it will be time for you to hang up your boots. And honestly, I'm not ready for that day, because the sad reality is that I will probably never feel the same about football again after you've walked away. I don't think I'll ever scream over last-minute goals, celebrate victories, or even cry over the game like I used to. But all I can hope for is that your lifelong dream stays alive, that in 2026 you will thrive, to see you lift that trophy and stand tall. But even if you don't, even if that never happens, your legacy still goes beyond them all. Because beyond the goals, beyond the fame, and beyond all the records carved in your name, you've changed my life in ways I could never explain. And I pray that I will meet you one day, for that is a promise I have made, not only to myself, but also to my grandmother when I stood by her grave. Speed showed the world that it's possible to do, so who knows, maybe I can too. Dear Cristiano, from that first World Cup goal to becoming the greatest the sport has ever known, from the streets of Madeira, where dreams began, to becoming the world's most famous man with a name that echoes across every land. May you step into this final stride with endless grace and pride. Happy 40th birthday, King. Your legend will live on for infinity, and I will enjoy this last chapter of your legacy.